What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, it's a commercial during the Scent and Bent podcast I'm listening to. So I'm not going to be speaking a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot of energy, and this um, stream is probably only going to be, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe a little bit more. I thought it was after 5 already. So what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to pause this. That way I don't miss any of it. If you don't know what Scent and Bent is, it is the podcast done by the Grind Hard Plumbing guys on YouTube. And they build some crazy shit. They put like a Hayabusa motor in a K truck. They've done a bunch of just ridiculous shit. And apparently this is the first episode of a full history of Grind Hard Plumbing. And I've watched a bunch of their videos. I've gone back and watched a bunch of them about them building the shop, and just I've been following them for a while. They built some really cool shit. So I mean, I'm really interested in listening to this podcast. So I probably won't be talking a whole lot. I'll be switching back and forth between it and the game. But ooh, spiky loud coffee noise. So what we're gonna do is, in the last one, we started up here and we just kind of started looking at Easter eggs all up in this area. And exactly, well, we didn't get over here, but we started up here and started working our way around, doing a Chiliad mural explanation and a couple other things, and found some really cool stuff involving some rocks that look very similar to quarters, as in the 25 cent. How do you say that? God, I'm so American. The 25 cent piece USD. Wow, that sounds so weird, other than just say a quarter. Anyway, trying to be a little more worldly, you know what I mean? A little more educated. So what we're going to do is, one of the things we left off on was right down here. You can see shadows that look like the Chiliad mural. So I think what we're going to do is, depending on what time it is in game, we're looking at 11:45 p.m. No, Bill. Oh my God. We're looking at about 3 p.m. Wow. Wow. Okay. Farty brain in the house. What are we going to do? It's crazy how I've just absolutely begun ignoring money in this game. I don't even fucking care anymore. I'm not going to do all that grinding, slaving, crazy shit for money in this game. Especially when all they do is bombard me with fucking enemy after enemy after enemy and piss me off. I'm not in this to be pissed off. Alright, so, what's the first thing we're gonna do? At this time of day, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see what I want to see up here, but we are definitely gonna go check it out. Man, I miss playing this game and playing with this camera all low and buzzing close to stuff. Probably gonna hit something and crash, but that's alright, because this is fun. Let me know if you guys wanted to see some more hi-hatting upside down, where I'm flying around upside down, weaving in between buildings and shit. Having the fun. Yes, yes. Okay, so right over there on the other side of Josiah. That's Mount Josiah right there in front of me. That's Mount Chiliad. That's the one with the mural on top. You see that little thing sticking up? That's where the cable car receiver station is. And that's where the mural is that we discussed yesterday. And then that other mountain over there, off the nose of the plane, is Gordo. That's Spanish for fat. Fat boy, to be frick. I can't speak. Alright, so see a lot of the vertical shadows going on here? So when we get down to that one particular spot, you will see, there it is. Can I see it already? Yeah, I can see it already. Right here is like shadows that match the mural. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make sure I don't hit the wall. So, give me just a second. Where do I view this from? I'm trying to remember. I think the intent that they had was for you to like parachute or hike down. But there's something very interesting about this side that we're looking at that I haven't really examined yet. But you can see there's something going on there. There seems to be something right there. It looks like an eagle's head. Oh yeah, I see the beak. The beak's got the hook on it and everything. Anyway, let's see what we can see over here. The mural, like, exists in these shadows. I need to make sure I don't hit the wall. Up, 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 up. Woo. Okay. Wow, look at that circle with the fucking clouds. Or, Bill, shut up. The circle with the fucking trees. Oh, come on. No, don't crash. Oh, don't be an idiot. Stop being a fucking idiot. Oh, god damn it. This game's being a fucking idiot. Still being a fucking idiot. Just let me land the thing. Sorry, I'm a little stressed right now because I'm switching jobs because I'm tired of fucking Uber activating my bipolar. It's a superpower. They keep activating it. I don't want to continue to use it. It makes me mad. Do I see a rook? Or a horse right there? A horse head? No, but those marks. Okay, so we have birds going away and to the right. That means... Oh, now we have one just going away and slightly left and down. I don't know what down means. Like I said, I need to study that augury more. I see in the marks on the wall, I see what looks like a kangaroo. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're here for this. Okay, so yeah, I remember this specifically now. So this right here looks a lot like the mural. This is where we were yesterday. Let's see, where's the sun at? Okay, what time we got? 3:30? No, 5:30. Running up on 5:30. So, that looks like a dog. It already starts to look like a dog, looking at the sun. Let's see. This right here gets to be in... Let me pull out a gun. See this line right here? This line is kind of like the middle of the mural. Okay. So... You've got a pocket here on the left with some bushes. And a pocket here on the right with some bushes. This isn't the right time of day. Maybe it's in the morning. Okay, see what's going on over there? It's kind of getting weird details in it. That is somewhat special. And those weird details start to complement the black marks and the different colors. See, there's some sort of a shape going on here. This right here is a very common shape. This point like that. It's like you have an obtuse angle here and an acute angle here. I should ask AI what those angles are here. Or I should just get myself a frickin' protractor or whatever the hell that thing's called. Actually check these things myself. See, that's a dog, dude. That's a nostril. That's the snout. That's an eye. That's the top of the head. That's the ear. It looks like the mouth is actually open. Shut up, Bobby. You get the hell out of here, bro. Notice how, like, the shadow looks different from far? See, this is one thing about the camera and the sniper rifle. You're actually moving through space and getting closer to that. That's something that I remember that they talked about building into it. Yeah, that's a dog. I can't think of what kind of dog it is, but kind of stalling to see if better shadows happen here. Yeah, so you get this right here. You get this over here. This would represent the far left low X on the map, or on the mural. This one up here, maybe, would represent the upper left X. That covers the two on the right. And then over here, maybe this spot right here would cover the right X. And then straight down is this one. That would cover the X that's below that. And then over this way, not really in a triangle, but over from this one and up just a little bit, there's another tree right there, which would mean that maybe the X's just mean general locations, right? So if this is the mural, I mean, look, there's a tree and a round rock. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I need to have chat open. Give me a second. I want to be able to engage with you guys, but the last few times I've done this, I've forgotten to make sure I have chat open so that I can actually see when you guys try to talk to me. Okay. All right, so yeah, there's like something going on here. Like that T makes me think of Trevor. It's that pointy shape. Oh, it's a knife. You can almost see a handle near the top of it. And then you can see the, what do they call the blade part? Or not the blade, the guard. And then you can see the, maybe that's a busted sword. There's a shape going on right there. That almost looks like a building or a barn. Like two walls and a roof. Like two pitches of a roof. I see an F right there. That could stand for Franklin. Let me get rid of that. That's what a lot of these Easter eggs are about. Is standing in one place and just waiting. Now, I know this is kind of boring. But I tell you what, man. 48 minutes is the length of a day in this game. Okay, and I don't have earphones in my ear right now. The game is relatively quiet. I don't really need to hear what's going on. So this is a tolerable thing for me. I can do this. I'm really enjoying myself. This is low stress. Oh, look at that bug. This is low stress, and I'm sharing with you something that I am compelled to share. There, you know, like, I am compelled to tell people about this, okay? There's something going on with, like, the shape of this, too. This kind of reminds me of the head of an animal. The eye being right there, the nose being right here, okay? This right here is definitely the head of a shark. I can't think if it's a cartoon shark or a real shark, but it's got a real blocky nose. The eye is, I want to say this is the eye right here, that black thing, but that definitely looks like the head of a shark, looking that way. What else can we see? I see what almost looks like a frown right here. And then this would be a nose, and then this could be an eye. Maybe the other eye is over here around the corner. But that is kind of a stretch. Well, the whole thing kind of looks like quite a bit of a head. There's a lot of clues pointing at noses. Like booping noses. Booping dogs' noses. And I've recently found a connection or two to Harry Potter. Now, I've found connections to 1,000 fucking things in this game. and I've forgotten every one of them. Thanks for the attempt at the reference, Michael. Giving me something to attempt a reference at, but fucking butchering it. So I forget thousands of these things, right? But one that sticks out is my recent discovery of a little Harry Potter thing. And the lightning bolts make sense. Harry Potter has a scar above his eye of a lightning bolt. Okay, and how do lightning bolts and noses relate to each other? Well, Voldemort. Voldemort does not have a nose. This guy here is kind of lacking a nose. You see what I'm saying? Hold on just a second. I think a kid just knocked on my front door. It's happened before. Like, I swear, somebody just... There's a food delivery across the way. That's weird. I wonder why it sounded like someone touched my door. Nobody even touched my door. I know it's kind of windy out there, but whatever. On occasion, little kids will come over to visit the neighbors or whatever, and they'll be told that the people live up there, you know, and the kids will just run up and grab a door. I've had them grab my door handles a couple of times. So, you know, there is also something else very suspicious about this rock. The moonlight tends to create some really strange shadows down there. Where the what am I trying to say? Where the light passes through the mountain or something. So I'm sitting here looking and I'm like, okay, so this kind of looks like a beaker, almost like a triangle. And I wonder if I can get a projectile all the way over there. Wow, I can. Nice. I wonder about over there. Wow, the trigger on this thing's crazy. You actually have to pull it hard. I just turned haptic feedback on this thing on the other day for driving. I didn't realize it worked for guns too. See all these cracks and stuff? They kind of almost, they don't actually line up with, but kind of somewhat represent lines on the Chiliad mural. Now, notice this looks like a frowning face, and then this one right here kind of looks like a cat's frowning face with squinty eyes. I wonder if that's related to the song Smiling Faces. Smiling faces, they lie. I really don't sing very well, but look at that. We got a big old full moon right up there between that. You know what? I'm going to get a screenshot right now. Bam. Hell yeah. Give me just a second. I need to make sure that gets saved and then sent over to my computer. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. What the fuck? I shouldn't have all these notifications in PlayStation. Trying to tell me Ghost of Yote Complete Edition is ready, or is having a new. I really don't care. They're trying to sell me something. You know, if anybody that has anything to do with Big Walk or anybody is interested in Big Walk, if you have anything to do with it, please add matchmaking. And if you want to play it, let me know because I want to play it. I have it on here. I just don't know anybody else that has it. And in this current state of that game, you need to have know somebody else that has it. See those clouds up there? The bright colored ones and the ones that are dissipating and growing and changing. Keep an eye on those. The upper one that's straight above the V where I took a picture of the moon, like right in the middle but near the top, that one has maintained a general shape. And it looks like like an arrow pointing down and to the left, but it also looks like the mouth of something. It also actually is similar to staple puller teeth. Anybody that's worked in an office or ever been to school should know what a staple puller is. So as the light comes around the corner, oh, see, we're starting to get some over there. You get weird shadows and weird shine. Okay, so see this shine right there that's hitting the road at the bottom? That's coming from up there, right? Now, there's weird shine things, moonshine is what I'm saying, shine things that happen over there on the road. We'll check into those at some other time. But another key thing to note is that moon, its position, its phase, and the time on that clock, the day, the hour, and the minute. All of those things I just mentioned are exactly the same in every single instance of Grand Theft Auto Online worldwide. The weather changes. I believe the weather change is the only thing that's not consistent. All right, see, we're already starting to get lights or light-colored spots. And what these color changes will do is give us definition. Now, you'll also notice the shape of that rock, the dog's head, is prevalent in a couple of other spots. Oh, this one looks like a howling dog. Or howling something looking up. See, those mountains over there have a whole bunch of crazy shit in them, too. Okay, I need to make sure that I don't forget what I'm doing here. All right, gallery, captures, most recent, download that bitch. Now go to my gallery. Now go to that bitch. Now share that bitch. Straight over to the computer with that bitch. Now the computer goes, ka-dong. It did. All right, so now the computer has that bitch. All right. So yeah, we're starting to get some definition of a bunch of stuff right there. So I'm seeing a gorilla head looking to the right there. Oops. That's an eye. That's the nose. That's the mouth. That's the bottom of the chin. He's looking up this way. I'm seeing almost what looks like a turtle face right here with a big eye. Nose being right here, the eye being right here, the mouth being right here, and it's kind of looking up this direction. If you don't see these things, it's not my fault. If you do see these things, you're welcome. Waiting for the moon to get around a little further, but oh, it's only 1:30. So this game, an hour lasts 2 minutes. An hour in game is 2 minutes real time. The sun will begin coming up at 4:30. That means we'll get from this blue light into a purple light that starts to appear over there. See if we see anything else. I see a bit of a face right there. This is the head. The ear would be right here. This would be the nose. This would be the mouth. This would be an eye. And it's looking that way. It's bald. Top of the head going up and around this way. This is all intentional. I know everybody's going to say, oh, it's pareidolia. But, hey, man, they designed this whole game. Oh, so we have shadows forming right here. One right here. Some right here. And there's a bit of a triangle going on right there. And then we have a dark spot. That dark spot, depending on the color of the ambient light and the rain, whether it's raining or not, that dark spot will show something. These marks right here, depending on where you're standing, they may show something. Almost definitely do. There's a shape of something going on right there. I don't really want to move from the spot that I'm at to go up and look square at those. But the jetpack shadow part of the mural was telling us this is what we're supposed to do. See, there's just too much detail going on here. There's something... You see what I'm saying? There's just too much going on. Like right there. There's too much going on for this to all just be scribbles that people slap together. I think the people who designed the rocks in this game and the textures for them, textures probably throughout the whole game, were instructed specifically to spin the light around them as they were building them and, you know, push in a little bit here and pull back a little bit there and color it a little bit here and color it a little bit there so that at certain moments you get visualizations, you get Easter eggs. See, there's that gorilla. Or maybe it's Teen Wolf. It almost looks like a werewolf looking up this way. But that's also the nose of that thing that I thought kind of... Well, it made me start thinking about Voldemort. I don't think it necessarily looked like him. There's a face right there. That one almost looks like a monkey, like a chimp. Or maybe a macaque or something. Okay, so now we're getting some cross light across this, which is going to pronounce all of these shadows once the light is over here. This is all about light source. Light sorcery. Sorcery? Harry Potter? Light sorcery? Man, now I got to go back and watch all the Harry Potter movies. Fuck. That's a lot of movies, dude. Oh my god. Oh, look, there's like a wild boar or something. With only one eye. Or it almost looks like Gmork from the Neverending Story. The wolf that lived in the cave. See, and as the light values change, different things pop up. Like this circle right here could be a feature of another something that's going to appear up there. See this kind of circular thing going on right there? That seems a little suspicious. That looks like a footprint without toes. See, now we're getting a little bit more of a zigzag shape. You see that? And then a down arrow. So what are they saying? Crash into that? So should I do that as an experiment right now? Go get a plane and crash it right here? You know what? That would make absolute fucking sense. Because directly behind me, to the south, is Fort Zancudo. And I could use it to get 5 stars. And I'm pretty sure you're supposed to crash into something with 5 stars. Getting some kind of a weird shape going on over here. Like a notch taken out of the side of it. Another arrow looking something. What do we got going on here? See, more is forming. You got a circle above, like what looks like a peak. So this could be like a mountain range. But it also looks like an arrow pointing to right there. But I tell you what, arrows are some of the things I see the most of. Okay, so I think it's going to be about morning. Yeah, it's 4:30. So we're not going to get proper west sourced light. I keep forgetting how to put my weapon away. So this is suspicious right here too. Like if you go over there, you don't see that. That's specific from this viewpoint because the way that things are lined up. It's like the secret to seeing things, the key to seeing things, is making sure that you're standing still and just looking around. I'm also going to note that this has quite a bit of a roundness to it that has stayed pretty prominent. I'm not really seeing too many other features pop out except this wiggle going up this way. Oh, there's an alien face right here. That's an eye. There would be an eye right here. That would be where the nose is. That's the mouth. It's frowning. This is the forehead. See how prominent that black mark is now? Actually, I was looking at that one. But now that one's showing itself. Is that a fish? It's almost starting to look like a fish. But this is how you have to watch it. You have to actually like actively keep moving around and looking around. And okay, so now you're really starting to see some prominent features of this face. See that? That's a face with no eyes. That's the nose. That's the upper lip. That's the mouth. It's open. But it looks like the fucking whole top of the face has been blown open or blown off. Or it's just missing. I'm just a fucked up dude. Okay, so on repetition of textures, see how these two are identical? Now, I don't know if it's a matter of view, but you'll notice right next to it there's a black line. That black line doesn't seem to exist on this one. And if it does, it's very faint. When you get down there and look at those closely, you'll notice variations between them. And this one will have more details than this one. And it's almost like if you were to take pictures of them and then blend them together, they would show one picture. So sometimes on a mountainside, you'll see like this, like these Z's, these lightning bolts, these Harry Potter references. There's two of them, but they're not identical. This one is compressed a little bit more. This one is stretched upward a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? They're not identical. They kind of made them similar to each other to make you think that there wasn't anything there, but there's information there. Okay, so now I'm kind of seeing a bit of a shape appear right here. Kind of like an indentation, an impression, a concave. Like this part right here where this triangle is back further than like this edge. Like there's a bowl in the wall, just a slight concave, this being about the middle of it. This is looking more and more like an eyeless face every day. No, actually this is one eye. It looks like it's missing this eye. Got a grumpy looking face right here. Not complete, but similar. Let's see in the long shadows. Oh, that dog. Seeing kind of a goofy looking face here. Almost like a frowning mouth. And like that's an eye, but it's looking up that way. Something going on over there. There's a face right there. There's the ridge of the nose. There's an eye. There's an eye. And there's a mouth. I'm seeing the forming of another animal head here. Probably a dog. That's just my first impression. That's just what I want to say. I don't really know. This looks like a slice of pizza. I doubt that has any bearing on anything, though. It's such a simple shape that I would doubt that that would make a difference. Those waves in that side of the mountain up there, those are... When you get up there and start looking at it, there's some real suspicious stuff going on up there. When a spot like this starts going real black, real solid, it's almost like they're trying to bring into focus a big, big picture. Because that won't just happen in one spot. It'll start happening right here, and then right here, and then you'll notice that, like, wow, there's some very intentional shadows happening. Some very hard edges. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a hard edge where light is hitting it and not making it past it. And I'm also seeing here what looks to be, maybe this is a travel line and this is like a ball or a projectile. It's trying to signify that it's going this way at some sort of a wall. It seems to be shaped like a T. So maybe it's part of a parking structure. Maybe it's a pillar. Don't know. Just trying to remain open-minded, you know? There's that Z again. There's some really interesting stuff like right there that we'll get into at some point, but I want to make a series of this. I like playing this game and I miss playing it, and I like playing it this way. This isn't really playing it. This is more of appreciating it. Maybe this is the beginning of appreciating San Andreas. And you may be asking yourself, what does that mean? And for a long time, I've had the idea of doing a series called Appreciating San Andreas, where we're doing exactly this. We spend 48 hours in-game. That looks like the nose of a plane. I'm not sure what plane. We spend 48 hours in-game looking for shadows and just looking for stuff. You know, I don't expect people to necessarily watch live, but there are a few people that watch these after the fact, and I do appreciate you guys. You're the MVP, man. If this is ever going to become anything, you guys are the foundation. You're the goats. You're the ones that keep me going. There's that looks almost like a fish of some sort. Maybe a fish over a peak. I know there's a lot of clouds that tend to look like fish. Oh, that's funny. I look up and I start hearing thunder. That's a really hard line. That could be something. It's nothing right now, but as the sun goes overhead that way, we're going to get a whole new shadow set coming through here. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. You see what I'm saying? About like this spot and this spot. Like there seems to be something going on here. These repetitive squares remind me of the squares at the hippie camp over here. You know, there's the mountain with the tree and all the painting and stuff going on, and then there's a secondary mountain that nobody knows what anything's for. Those squares remind me of that. Let's see, 9 o'clock a.m. This shape right here is pretty prevalent too. The straight line with it's almost like a golf driver where it's bulbous on this side but not that side. That almost looks like fox ears or something. Like this tree is casting a shadow that could look like a fox or something. This could be an accident, but I see an arrow right there. That actually looks like a graphic accident, or whatever you want to call it, an anomaly, an artifact. See something going on up here. See that hard line happening right now? Right there? That would be the center line of the Chiliad Mystery. Or the Chiliad mural. You know, right through the tree. Right down this middle line right here. So technically speaking, if there was an egg, it would be right here. Should I go down there? It's only 9:30 in the morning. We need to stand here for another... Let's see. Let's go from 10. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. We got to stand here for another like 15 minutes. This is where patience comes in handy. Oh, that little rock right there kind of doing some graphical shady. Some shady shit. I'm wondering if it's special. Should I thump some projectiles down there? Thump, thump. Sploosh. We're getting rain too. Is that thing really bouncing? See if I can get it to actually hit that rock. Oh, so close. I bounced it. I think I bounced it off the wall and it got stuck behind it. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know I had RPG. Ruining vacations, that's all I do in this game. So, to the list of experiments goes trying to hit this spot, and this spot with planes. Oh, I didn't think I was going to get the fucking police on me. Oh, no. Shit, man. Bro, they're going to come try to fuck. That sucks, dude. Damn it. I don't want to fuck. Police always trying to fuck people. They know where I'm at, too. Okay, good. Now they don't. I'm hiding in a bush. You don't see me, and you never will. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. I swear to God, dude. I will start blowing shit up. I'm trying to do something here. You are interfering. You are interfering. Your interference is not appreciated. I have a large gun. Interference not appreciated. I have a large gun. I will fucking kill you. Damn it. Houston, we have a problem. Executive decision mode. What to do? What to do? I kind of want to jump from here. Just to get excited with it. Wow, now the light's shining on just this whole fucking area. Yeet. Yeet, yeet, skirt, skirt. I don't have a fucking parachute. I just yeet, yeet, skirt, skirted to my face. See, that's the opposite face. That's where I just came from, right? Yeah, this is where I was just trying to go. Bro, wouldn't that be crazy if I'm supposed to climb all this? Come on, dude. Jump, jump again. There you go. Jump, jump again. Jump, jump again. Jump, jump again. Double jump. Do your little thing. Now grab onto the motherfucker. Come on, bro. 10-second Tom over here can't remember the ledge he just grabbed onto. Rockstar, please fix. Come on, bro. I was just up there. There it is. Get up there. Get up there, you fucking... Oh, come on. I'm gonna take a cue from Skyrim, dude. They know how to let you climb some fucking rocks, okay? Fucking square button getting a workout over here. Oh. Is that where I just came from? Up and over there? No, I couldn't get up that. That's right. So what do I do? Do I try to get up right there? Where can I go from there, though? It seems like the only place I could go is either... Bro, the wind be pushing on my front door, freaking in there. Oh, I almost said the N-word. Damn. Freaking a brother out. Freaking a dude out. Holy shit. Can't believe I almost said that word. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I hate that fucking word, man. It just goes to show how fucking programmed it is into everything. I absolutely despise that word. Now I'm all quiet, self-conscious. Oh, Bill, you gotta watch your mouth, bro. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, get yourself canceled. Like, nah, dude. So I don't think I can get up right here. Maybe there's a chance I can grab onto something right there by that tree, but I don't think. Whoops. Probably gonna die. Oh, I hit my head and I didn't die. That's crazy. Alright, so there's a shape right here. Ooh, there's two of them. There's one right there. That. And then there's one right there. That, to me, looks like the stealth UFO that's up there over Zancudo when you get 100% in story mode. This looks like an axe, like an old school wood axe. There's kind of that weird shape again. Almost looks like a mouse. I've never really looked at this version of this, so I think let's go explore that. Yeah, see, it looks like a mountain range. Like this is a cliff. There's a tree right there. This is a peak. That's another peak. This is a down slope over another peak. And down. But then right here, this also looks like a mountain range. Now, these are arranged in a crazy ass way. That's a confusing image. Those almost look like boobies. Boobies on a pregnant lady. Anyway, wow, there's some sort of face going on right here. Looking kind of evil. This almost looks like the nose of like a demon or something. This could be the eye. Like there should be another eye over here, but there's not. That's kind of a stretch, though. It just looks, that looks crazy right in here. Looks like the mouth of something. Alright. I want to go back to the thing that I was going to do, and that's try to climb this thing. So, that's where I fell down. And over there's where I initially went up. Now, mind you, I haven't tried to climb on this thing since I found it on the Xbox 360. So that was years and years and years ago. Like an entire fucking lifetime ago. I was in a married situation. I was taking care of my daughter, all that stuff. Oh, come on. Climb up there, dude. I wonder if in GTA 6 hiking boots are actually going to like make you better at climbing. Wow, I'm getting surprisingly far up this. Which makes me think that somewhere back down over here I need to go sideways. Yep, just like, oh, no, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Don't fall all the way. Wow, it is windy as hell out there. My front door seems like it's dancing on its hinges. Is it right here? It seems like I can... Is it this texture of rock that I can just like walk better on or something? No! I'm gonna die. Ugh. You know what? I don't know why I'm even griefing myself with this. I have a fucking jetpack. I can plan a route.
That ain't gonna work. I can't bring it right now.
See all the weird features of this rock? That's a skull. Where's it supposed to be viewed from is the question. So all of these like shadow looking things. See that now this is the same rock but with another rock in front of it. That's like a fucking ape skull or something. See, there's that general shape that looks like a plane again, but it doesn't have windows. See, that's a variation of that same texture. Stupid grass. There it is, too. It's up there. High up there. Clear as fuck, too. See, that texture is so far away that you know that's intentional. Why would they make a texture that is so far away that looks so... That looks almost like a snake, doesn't it? It looks so identical to another one that's the same color, or that's the same thing when it's that close. You know? That one's just missing the little mouth part. Wow. Somebody left me a car? Fucking sweet. And what's with that rock right there? That rock just sitting there by itself. This car pointed right at it. See, things like that trying to get your attention. Like this rock is probably a viewpoint for some large shadow or something that you can see that goes on right there. And I can tell you what I already see is Darth Vader. I see, if you start right here, you've got a generally arched shape with a little bump down in the middle like the top of his helmet. This comes down off the side. This would be something involving maybe the mouthpiece or something. This looks like one eye. The other eye could be over here somewhere. It either looks a lot like the head of Darth Vader or another recognizable character that I can't quite think of its name. This right here really looks like the mouth of Boba Fett. That thing from the toy. The original Boba Fett action figure. There's that thing again. There's just like so many different variations of them. This is like a grumpy or like a sad old dude. It almost looks like Optimus Prime, or like that's the long bridge of the nose. There's an eye. There's a mouth. It's a frown. Just slight Optimus Prime vibes, for me anyway. Okay, so the sun's about to go down. We've already spent a full day here. So I think as a little bonus, we're going to go see if we can see the Sphinx. I think the moon might be in the right orientation to see the Sphinx. The thing is, I think it's going to take all night. I think it's going to be just before dawn. But for me, I think that's worth it. I have wanted to document this for a while. I saw it while I was hanging out with my niece's ex-boyfriend, and he saw it too, and we were just fucking blown away. It was one of the first Easter eggs of its type that I had seen. And what I mean by its type is there is like shadow Easter eggs. This one actually looked like some art. Like the subtle moonlight brought out a bunch of details, and it definitely looked like a Sphinx. Alright, now that we're back to the regular road, spin the camera around this way, call the mechanic. Oh geez, it's already 5:30. Fuck, man.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
What's the name of that place? Facility? There it is. I would.
It's
No,
coming
oh,
at
I
ya.
called the wrong fucking vehicle. Just leave it here, bro. That's a fun truck and everything, but if I take it with me, I won't be able to call the jetpack. Damn. Fucking door slamming. Alright, let's try this again. Burp.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
55 seconds. Okay, so that gives us a minute to go up there and see. Find the spot that it was. I want to say it was right here. With the thruster, I'll be able to see all over the place, so. Yeah, see, wow, we got a full moon in the north. Holy shit.
It's on the way.
Come on, put it right in front of me. Sweet. Like, it is so busy outside right now that it actively sounds like someone's like standing out there pushing on my front door. That's crazy. All right. There's more marks and kind of general shapes that look suspicious to me. But another thing to keep in mind is there are cardboard boxes all over in this game that say put a herring in it. And a red herring, for those of you that don't know, is a like a mystery term for a term used in writing and mystery and stuff that indicates a misleading, an intentionally misleading clue. That almost looks like it could be the Punisher logo. I see this thing. I'm pretty sure it was in this big old washout right here. I think there's another big old washout right over, or like landslide or whatever you want to call it, right over here, but think. It was at one of these that I saw the Sphinx. That looks like an eye right there. Frankenstein? Whoops. Well, okay, good, it stopped. Now it looks like the head of a snake or something. See, it's hard to determine like what the viewpoints are for these things. I know that on Chiliad, it's those rocks I was talking about in the last episode. And they tell you which direction to look. But as far as like big things like this, I'm not really sure. You know, see, it's starting to look like another dog. Is it down here from where everything meets? See, the eye is starting to become more prevalent right now in everything. I'm wondering if the viewpoint is on this rock. Maybe I can see the viewpoint from up here. Like, what? Is that one it? Is it too close? I feel like this one's too close for that. But I'm running out of time is what's going on. Starting to get anxious. So I'm going to run over this ridge line and see if I can get a better view of it at a distance. Because for all I know, this could be just intended on being viewed from this whole little gully here. But that is almost definitely either the head of a dog or like a snake or something. There's two of them there. Oh, I think this might be where the Sphinx was. I mean, I could be fucking wrong as hell, but I feel right. See, now I could be here at the wrong time now. It could be past it, you know? But I do see what looks like a face right here now. This is a mouth, almost like it's looking up that way, amazed. And it's got an eye right there and an eye on the other side and no nose. The whole Voldemort thing. And it's running up on midnight. So it's midnight and the moon is not in the north. It is to the left. Yeah, I feel like this was the foot. I feel like this right here was the foot of it. But where did I see it from? I keep hearing door slamming. I gotta take a break for a second. I'm gonna put this in perspective just so that if it does even start to resemble that, hopefully I can catch an eyeful of it, or maybe go back and watch it in the recording. But I need to figure out why there's been about 10 massive door slams in the past few minutes. Okay, sweet. My neighbor happened to be outside, and it is the vacant apartment below me's shed door. It's doing a little slamming with the wind. Okay. I'm not seeing it. But God, this feels like the right spot. Golly. And I want to say it's around 3 a.m. You get a different color moonlight. It's got a little more blue to it. And it brings out certain aspects of these rocks. There's probably nothing important here. I'm saying that. Oh, that looks like that head again. I was gonna say there's probably nothing important here. And the reason I say that is because I haven't been killed by a cougar yet. Cougar is the only lethal. There he is. So there must be something important here. I'm waiting for that motherfucker to show up. This whole time I've been like, why am I not fucking dead yet? Those bitches love to eat me. There are no cougars in missions. Yeah, see, that looks like a dog too. There's the eye, there's the nose. So, this probably is not where the Sphinx is. Oh yeah, it's been a few minutes. So let's get back to the jetpack and go fly back to that other spot real quick. Although for some reason I feel like this place was a little bit. There's an arrow right there. I feel like this this spot was the right one though. But the moon is in the right place right now for the Sphinx. I just can't remember the fucking location. I want to say it's right here. It's got to be right there. This is the only big old washout like this in this area. Huh. It's kind of frustrating. God, I haven't flown this thing in so long. I'm surprised I'm not fucking throwing up. Sorry if you are. I feel like I have to fucking find this thing. I'm getting irritated here. It was not up a crevasse, or not a crevasse, but a fucking valley like this. You know how the top of the Sphinx has a rounded shape? Like there's a distinct shape to the top of the head of the Sphinx. And it sort of happens like right here somewhere. See, that's starting to look like the head of something too. Okay, we've got a single rock right here. That single rock could be a viewpoint. Okay, I see the head of a dinosaur. I forget the name of it, but it's got a little bit of a beak and a hell of a, like, an armored head. You know what I'm talking about. I forget the name of it. I think the Allosaurus is the first one that comes to mind. Hey Google, show me a picture of an Allosaurus's head. Nope. That is not correct. Hey Google, what dinosaur had a beak-like snout and like an armored head?
Ankylosaurs, such as Ankylosaurus or Euoplocephalus, and ceratopsians, such as Triceratops, both fit this description.
That's weird. I've never heard this thing cut out like that.
Like snouts paired with heavy armored skulls.
That's weird. But yeah, Ankylosaurus or some shit. Now I see almost what looks like the body of like a lizard. This being the body and this being the head. Like it's laying down, and like this is the front arm of it. Like maybe it's a chameleon, and it should have like a tail curling up back here. Wow, that moon looks cool. I wonder if it'll let me get up there. Yay! Moon. Moon in tree. Moon behind tree. I'm getting bored. Alright, so maybe we'll just stand right here and catch a sunrise. Whack! Fuck yeah! Cut me up and fuck me up. I'm gonna get on this rock and we're gonna watch the sun come up. How's that? There's another dog over there, but I don't want to get into it. Look at how beautiful he is. He's fucking gorgeous. What's with that? Bunch of X's stacked on top of each other, but then when I zoom in, it's a bunch of X's stacked on top of each other. What the fuck is that? Now look at this. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Look at that. Would you look at that? There's that same shape. Those things without no blades are the same shape as that like sword blade thing that I was seeing in the rocks. Same with the end of the crane. I forget the name of that shape. There's an actual name for it. Like a parallosceles sex triangle or something. I wish I was in a sex triangle. That would be cool. Nah, baby, you don't understand. Hold on, baby. You don't understand either. Just... fucking sex triangles are the shit. Anybody want to be in a sex triangle with me? I mean, ladies only, but, you know. We could do dirty things and, like, tell each other excuses. We could lie to each other. Listen to me being fucking dumb. Alright, so this is that arrow I talked about in that short. I am compelled to stand here. This grass right here is an arrow. Let me see if I can get it to show. Yeah, it's a bit of it's a curved arrow. And I think it signifies like looking in this direction. Looking at this direction for Easter eggs. I don't know. One thing I do want to do though is, should we do some more swimming? Whoever watched that last one was probably like, no more swimming. Maybe we'll save that for the next episode, but I want to swim toward this corner. Yep. The only thing that sucks about that is we have to get in a plane and fly to here and register where the map ends up there to the north. And we got to do that same thing this way and, you know, basically unlock the edges of the map so that we can get an accurate depiction of where the corner is. I mean, I could probably, like, set that and then, you know, just set a bearing or whatever the term is. But I don't think it's 45 degrees out in this angle. I think it's further out this way than it is further north. Technically speaking, I think the band around the outside to the east and west is wider than the one to the north. The one to the south is pretty damn wide too. If I ever get the inkling. You know what? I've got an inkling to finish off on an experiment. Let's do that. Let's, where are you going, dude? let's go. Hold on. I can't think and talk at the same time. So let me come over here and steal a car that's not mine. So that when I call in my jet, it will actually come. Man, I saw a video today. I can't remember the name of the person who posted it, but I saw it on YouTube. It was 15 minutes of videos that looked like GTA 6 gameplay. But the further I got into the video, the more I started to think it could be AI. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? I don't trust this. Like, there's one scene in there where Jason starts a car, but a third hand starts the car out of nowhere. I don't know. It seemed like a computer type glitch. Like an animation, like two animations were playing at the same time, the holding the wheel animation and the starting the car animation. But I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Nothing else about it looked AI. Everything else was just kind of suspicious. It looked really good. The physics were definitely Grand Theft Auto, you know, with the, like, it's a video game with, you know, a little bit of the blocky stepping and movement and whatnot. But there were definitely a couple of moments where I was like, this could be AI. I wonder if I can actually roll off the top with this plane. I would doubt it, so I'm just going to turn the fuck around. Okay, so I need to see what this bearing is. 15. It doesn't feel right. Dang, I almost hit that mountain. Whoa, why are you tilting? Stay on course, you fucking dillywhacker. Hey, come back down, come back down. I want to be at 1,000 feet. Come on. Come on, hold it wide. Man, this thing just will not fucking... And then the second I make an adjustment, it fucking... Well... I feel like there's an island out here. I don't know necessarily if you can leave, but I feel like there's an island out here. that you can go to, that you can I don't fucking know. Anyway, all right, so failed experiment. If you watched, thanks for watching. We'll do another one of these and hopefully see more stuff. But I will say after 2 of these, I'm a little discouraged on how smooth this is going to go and how well it's going to go. Because there's a lot of waiting. God, it just seems to take fucking forever. So maybe it's time, rather than do this as live streams, maybe I just go back through all my documentation, all the pictures and the videos, and actually find pictures of my stuff, and then show you guys. Alright, on that note, thanks for watching. Bye.